welcome to True Stream. We're here with Rose Nevis-Gregg, who is a dear friend and was introduced to us by another guest you may have seen before, Lisa Schermerhorn. And Rose is a woman of many talents, but she's here to provide us with a number of insights. And I guess with that, how you doing, Rose?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I'm so grateful to be here with these two gorgeous faces. I love you guys' smile.
Oh, thank you. It's wonderful to have you here finally.
Yeah,
My
well,
pleasure.
prior to the interview, we were in a conversation that was, I think, really insightful about the current state of things from a spiritual perspective, and maybe you'd like to share some of those thoughts with the audience regarding where we're at on planet Earth. Going.
Let us put it this way, we are in a very good time.
Definitely.
Because if we say, oh, we're in a chaotic time, we're in a bad time, your energy goes down. And believe it or not, we're just gonna cross this little wobbly bridge, but we're almost like halfway there. So we're in a good time. So think about it like summer's here and now the positivity, a lot of good is coming. So it is a good time. It's not a time to fear anymore, as Christ says, no more fear,
I think
just
it.
joy.
I think it's the most exciting time to be alive ever. I mean,
Oh,
it's
totally, totally.
the most significant period in human history. I would think. What do you think? Is that true?
It is more important than when Atlanteans and Lemuria they sunk. It was a battle, a very enlightened beings, and Mother Earth said enough. So, and even Noah's time was about the same battle. It didn't go. And then when Christ came in, we have a lot of his teaching. It was a very historical good time. But where we are now, it is the time. And a lot of people, it is like going crazy. And if you go just in your mind to process everything, from zero to process what's going on is hard. But go in your heart. When you go down, and then you can feel it. You let it go, the fear. So we are in a good time. Do not stop you right now. If you think about committing suicide or something, don't do it. For for all the desperate you have, is that if you have the courage to do such a thing, don't do it. Further that, because it is worth it. It is worth it. That last minute, do not do it because you rewind the tape and it's not good.
I mean,
So
on
thankful.
that topic, that it takes how do I say it? It takes a lot of strength for
Exactly.
someone to do that to themselves. I mean, that's a massive decision. So that just needs to be shifted into just working as hard as you can to change things around. And yeah, sometimes we need a little help from friends or divine
Yes,
intervention or whatever. But it all this good stuff is coming. So.
it is coming. If a lot of people will get more into a despair moment, if everything, I am the owner of this, I am the Mr. Title here. And when you lose that, and then you're like, who am I? You don't know who you are. And then that's it. What is left for me? Whoa, honey, you're just being born. Sometimes all the titles and money, that's what it was holding you back. Trust that little shift is bringing your freedom. It's hard to perceive, to think. I had a client here that I have $30 million in the stock market. What I'm gonna do with that? I said, I don't know. It's your money. The divine is not gonna hear it and say, "Oh, invest in here, 20 here, and something." No, it is a lesson. What go in your heart? And even if you lose all that, one thing that we need to think about it, not what we're going to lose. Because if you lose what you know here, make sure you know something really good is coming. Really good is coming. And trust that. Because I'm the one, like my life is always like true. And now as the good comes out. And the precious thing it is, you keep going. It is like a soldier in a war that is fighting all the time with the fear he's going to be killed. What he does, he keeps moving. And when he has no hope, like nobody's coming back, someone comes back. Trust, you're not going to be left behind like they left soldiers back on the Vietnam War. No, that time is gone. That time is gone. No one is going to be left behind. And if you think you're so alone that there is no one, I cannot talk with my family, I don't have friends, I don't. Look at it within yourself, just breathe. And that time is coming. You're going to have plenty of friends. We're going to have beautiful communities. And we are all going to be doing whatever we love to do. Or maybe just take a time to do nothing, recharge.
That would be, I have a question on this. These are questions I probably haven't asked before, but while we're on that topic of, because someone made a post on one or a comment on one of our shows about how a lot of people are taking their own lives lately, and I haven't seen a lot of people around me per se. I mean, we see people dying from health issues, etc. But what happens to the soul when one takes their own life? Is there a certain thing that happens in that compared to a natural death, I suppose?
Oh, I love the question. Yes. Uh, we all, we are spirit, we are energy. Who are we? This is the divine conscience, God. And we are here. We all connected to the source. So we are just this energy. We go back to the source. That is just pure energy of love. And that moves the universe. So when it is time for you to leave this physical body, you go back to that. So there is a lot of stages that you go learning, but you keep progressing and you can choose to come back and things. When that is the worst crime you can do against yourself. You're not doing that against anyone, it's you. So when someone does that, it is like it goes into because we are conscious. When you break that, you go into a bubble of confusion, pain, sadness. You go back, all the pain and confusion in your mind, that is like the anger, the darkness, that you don't see a way out, and you feel alone, or a lot of sometimes it is overdose, or sometimes someone breaks up with someone. If I don't have this guy, I don't have this girl anymore, my life is done. So, and when you do this, you break this, and then you're trapped in that darkness, that pain. And that, honey, can be millions of years.
Oh, that sounds horrific.
Gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, this
And
is
that you
not.
can be in that pain. You can be in that pain.
So you're not alleviating your pain, you're prolonging
Not at all. Not at all.
it. Wow.
It's not like you break the cord and then, oof, I'm free. When you put a very uncomfortable clothes on, I like to use like you put a pair of shoes that is really tight, a brand new leather shoes. Like in Brazil, we buy, like my size is 6. I buy 6 or 5.5. So in America, you buy 6.5 or 7. So imagine you with these very tight leather shoes, and you going, for example, your wedding or someone that you need to be on. And when after like hours, at least 5 hours on it, when you release that shoe, oh my God, how good that feels. So when it is natural, leaving the body is that experience. Even like the pain, if you die from a long illness that you carry in that pain, that it is the release. But when you cause that, you know that shoe that was tight and giving you callus and you're supposed to look at people smile, it's gonna be tighter.
Oh.
And that is for a long time. And the only way for you to come out, you need to go into the heart. You need to connect with your higher self. You need to ask the divine, please help me. Until you have that conscience, that's why it's not about religion, but when you connect with your higher self, with the source, with the angels, whatever may be, when you call them and please take me out of that. So do that while you're in the body. Don't wait for thousands of years to realize that and for you to be free. And whatever pain you are going now, it's never, please, worth it. That is something that is not worth it at all for many reasons. We're saying just a little bit here
You know,
because when you come back, it is hard. You can come back a handicapped person. It depends the way you took it. If you shot yourself, you can come uh, mental ill. You can have a speech impairment. You can have a vision. So many things you need to experience that pain. As Earth it is ascending now for a higher dimension frequency, you need to go to another dense 3D planet.
you know, and on that topic, you think of Canada and the assisted suicide, and so these people that are either for whatever reason, some of them it's because they were coerced into getting an inoculation, and now they're not healthy, and now they're once again being coerced into
That
assisted
is
suicide.
yeah, that is a little different.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, they're getting you into this mindset through, to take your own life, thinking that it's gonna help you, and like you're saying, that's different. But it's mind blowing that people buy into this. They believe this, like, oh well, I guess my only hope is to end my life. It's heartbreaking, and they feed off that power. They feed off the loosh, if you will, and
Exactly.
so.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So when it is that, it is the dark side manipulating. So that is a little different when you choose like on your own to do it.
Okay.
But when you're in a society, like for example, teenagers, how many times we all teenagers, a boyfriend, a girlfriend break up with you, or parents going through a divorce, or a little thing, oh, I want to die. So you don't know much. Your wisdom at that time, it is not as you're more mature today. So you think life is end if my daddy leaves the house and then our life is going to be a chaos. Kids think about that. Imagine in a society that is a fashion, that you don't know about the divine, you don't know about life after life. So you just go into that fashion. Everyone is wearing a red tie. I'm going to put a red tie on too, without knowing, oh my God, what that means. So it is those, the divine beings, let us call them angels, are coming to rescue the souls. So, because that it is a big manipulation. Some of the souls came to go through that to help others to wake up. So that has a little difference in why it's happening. But the ones that is creating that, knowing exact what I'm doing, those are deleted. That is no mercy. There is no trial. There is no trial for a government, even the ones that it is applicating the shots and everything.
So when you
Even
say,
those.
when we talked about this before, and I'm glad that you brought this back up again. What does it mean when a soul is deleted? If you could explain that to the viewers.
Um, Because when we come from the source and we come to awaken our knowing of the universe, that's why Earth is such a target. We have everything here. So and we started like Earth, it is a life being. Mother Earth, it is a life being. So we start from the rock. So every single rock, like you have a big rock, you break it and in 5 pieces. Every piece has a conscience. And every conscience is going to be developing. And one day will be me, will be you. So, and when we grow in that, so after the rock, we become a mineral. We are learning how to move through the elements, get movements, what it is a 3D, because divine conscious is pure energy of love and wisdom and knowledge. So you want to get all that knowledge in one conscience here. So, and that's why we are all one. So we are individual, like the fingers, but the fingers is all one. Even the fingers in the hand is all one taller than the other, but when it gets together, they are the same size. So we are all one. So everything's in synchronicity. So when we come from the water, we become the vegetation. And the vegetate goes to the animal conscious, then becomes human. And when you become human in this 3D plane of duality, so you learn how to make someone suffer, and then you suffer. You steal, someone steal from you. You learn that's not good to steal. You kill someone, someone kill you. You just learning. It's one time and thing. So you went to school, you learn this, you do that. So when you get to a point that you go too far left, just like, oh, kill is good, I'm gonna get my way. And whatever it is on my way, it's gonna be, I'm gonna kill, I'm gonna do whatever. And my agenda, I have my agenda to do. I do not respect others' free will. So when you go in that, you are totally against the universe law, because I cannot interfere in your free will. Like me as a healer, I cannot give you a healing without your consent, because maybe it's part of your learning. What you're processing, it is not time to be released. So it is in your conscious when it's like, it's time for me to release that, understand why I'm on that. Then the divine can interfere. So when you keep going to the much to the dark side, that we call hurting someone, killing, or taking advantage and enslaving others. So, and there is no way that you're gonna pass in this life, die, and reincarnate again and become a good person, a good being. So you're gonna be fallen, whatever family and instruction you were raised on, you go back to that. So those are deleted, or we can call killed. Deleted, it is all that memory until the rock is totally deleted. A lot on earth today, they're gonna go to Central Sun. It's gonna be judged and see by the frequency, not by, oh, I'm gonna be good from now on, I promise. Yeah, your frequency is saying something else. So, and those that, and a lot of them, there is gonna be no trial. You is just the lead. So all that knowledge, millions of years, is gonna go to zero. And we started all over again. So that is what's really happening today.
What a
So
liberation, though, to get rid of, those handicaps that we've all, fell under for lifetimes. But so going from 3D to 5D, little stop at 4D, I guess. It's my understanding that we're gonna maintain our bodies this time for the first time. That we'll be ascending with our bodies. Do you want to elaborate on that?
when Jesus ascended with his body, It's not that you're going to bring this body to somewhere.
Right.
Like, I'm going to bring it to heaven. I'm going to live in heaven with this 3D body. Ascending with the body, when you heal all your physical body. You learn like, oh my God, I have a goosebumps. You go within, oh, it's because of that. I have a stomach ache. You heal that stomach. I know because of this. When you know thyself, you free yourself. So we are ascended with the bodies through the body. You know, sometimes my body's so heavy, my hand and it is, so you're not connected. You don't know why. Because everything you're feeling physically has a reason. Because we are just this beautiful portal. Like when you close your eyes and you just like go in what is meditation? Even if you do a mudra and you breathe, you can go in places. And you don't have just to go in places like making yourself aligned, your chakras aligned in peace, but you can transport yourself to other places or realm. So it is training, but the way on earth until now we've been training. Don't go there. Don't touch that. That is not going to happen. It's illusion. You're crazy. It's fantasy of your mind. You need a pill for that. Instead, like, honey, it is good. Just go and, oh, you're seeing this guiding. Like our elderlies, they should all know that and guide in the future generations. But that is being cut from us until today. Until today, many of us doesn't know who am I and all I can do. I'm not just this physical body here that talks about this and that in this 3D. When we get what is 5D is a frequency. We go through this frequency all day long. We go 3, 4, 5, 3, and we can go to 7. And when you learn that, you can go to 9. So that it is our growth. But when you go in fear, when you lower your vibration, when you let your body control you, oh, I'm gonna meditate now. Oh, but I'm hungry. But I should get some water. The body's controlling you. When it is like when we finish, we're gonna have water, we're gonna have this and that. And then, oh my God, I need to go to the bathroom. When you overcome that, you're in charge. Then you're ascending with your body. You're becoming like our body's gonna be the light body. That's what it is. Like I see clients after some healings, you see a rebirth. We haven't so many chance to be born in this lifetime again in the same body. Your conscious change your way of seeing things, and you're like, I never thought that it's possible. So, and a lot of times is all here. Like when you forgive, when you let it go. That's why a lot of Christ teachings just forgive. Because when you don't forgive, you're carrying a weight that is not worth anything. The person is happy out there, doesn't even remember you exist, and you're here miserable.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Not forgiving the person is correct or nothing. Just understand like just think was a reason I had a contract in this lifetime. I joke with Jesus all the time. If I signed this contract, I was drunk and I don't drink, so something wrong in that. But in that contract, I had to experience something. And I don't know, maybe whatever reason it is, but set yourself free. Because when you're free, you just love. Like go in a place and you start, oh, I'm gonna see Robert there. Oh, Maria's gonna be there, and think you're already walking like this. And when you're like, oh, Maria, how are you? The things you keep holding your energy. And it is like, oh, she just said that about you. So God bless her. Just feel that. You feel that peace and nothing take you out of your balance. One thing that is good for you guys understand the energy, the frequency. When you're talking and things or someone walking, and you start losing your thoughts, you losing what you're doing, or start feeling your stomach and things, you're not closing your energy field and allowing the other frequency to take over. That's what we need to learn. And when you're in the heart, you start, this energy won't come in. Because whatever negative, when the person is very angry, you go there and hug, and honey, I love you when things start coming down. But if you go, yeah, but you, so, and things keeps escalating. So just use the easy way today. That's what we need to be. And when you are in this frequency, you don't have fear. And if I lose this and that, the new earth, it is not about the $30 million I have in stock market. That is me nothing, because your conscious mind is not going to be focused on harvesting all that money. Your conscious mind, that is, that person needs this, I'm there. This one needs this, I'm there. I want to help, I want to guide, I want to be in service. And you won't think about it. That's the pleasure in your heart. And the new society and the way life, electricity, everything will shift. So don't go crazy about if I'm going to have enough. You have enough until today, honey. From, from now on, it's even easier. It's abundance coming. It's not like, I need to have my money, otherwise. That's 3D mind. That's a 3D mind. When you let it go and say, God provides, my higher self, I'm going to work hard, whatever it will be. Oh, but my health is not good. I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't think I'm not going to make it. It's one thing that you created. You're already telling yourself you're not going to make it. So it said, okay, I'm learning something, but I'm going to get there.
Well, on that, so I'm not going to say who this person is, but sometimes when you're related to people or you have to spend time with people and they have a different view, let's put it nicely, a different view of the world that may not be as positive as your own. And this might be someone that you normally wouldn't hang around because we're all trying to hang around more positive. What can we do to try and maintain positivity around really negative people? I mean, it's a challenge because I feel like it's one of the biggest challenges that either I signed up for in my soul. Like, I don't know what to do sometimes. Do you have any advice on that? Because it's hard.
Contract. That's
It's
a
not,
contract.
because it's not hard. It is love. You're not their teacher. You're not here to teach, to change them. I have that on my family. And when you hang out, you just talk about the spaghetti. Oh, I love what Biden said last night. Oh, cool. Would you like something else to eat? Would you want a wine? Just like keep flowing. Because also, too, it's a learning for you to accept the difference. Because we know a lot today and a lot we don't know. So when someone is like that, let them learn for your energy, for your what is the word? Your example. So don't get it into, don't try to crack their mind open and put it inside. No divine being does that. If you see, we have millions of spaceships here, our brothers and sisters. Some people call them gods, angels. It's our brothers and sisters because they respect how enlightened and powerful we are. They are not coming here and cracking our minds. That's why it's taken a little bit things to be revealed, because imagine if all we know today, 3 years ago, someone cracked our mind and put it in there.
Good point.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, they don't have, they can't, they are going slow, and things is going to crash in their own reality. And to open a little bit, a lot of things crash, and when time comes, they will come to you. They will come like, that crazy thing that you talk about. And you're like, which one? I talk about a lot of crazy things.
Oh shit.
So, and then that when they ask a little bit, and you let them ask and you answer a little, then you're in service. But don't let them come under your skin, because they are just little kids trying, because they created such a reality for them. Like for myself, I was born totally out of the box. Totally. I'm a troublemaker. I ask questions too much. I never fall for anything. Don't try to make my mind. I'm a free spirit. No one ties me back. So it doesn't work. So, and in my family, a little things, I'm surprised with my mom. She starts seeing a little things because it's just like two. And I have a brilliant mind, brother. Brilliant. You cannot, nothing, nothing. You know what? We hang out and we talk about, remember when we were young and we did this? Oh, that was fun. You in your bike and you just defer. Talk about his kids, talk about nonsense. Don't go politician in reality or spirituality. That will crash. That party's over. So we don't want to stop the party. So, and that's how it is. They're on their time. They're not bad souls. They're not doing bad. They're not ready, because they create a reality that it is my reality. I'm a good citizen. I have a good career. I go to church every week, so life is good. I have a good home, everything's perfect. So it's very hard to take them out of this reality.
Right, because they've everything that they believe in as success or the right thing to do is
Yeah.
all programmed, and these are the from the people that have been, you know, manipulating
Yes.
everything that works. Yeah, exactly. So I think you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying.
Yeah. And what it is hard in America for people to wake up. When I moved to America, Saint Germain told me that I was coming over here. I was pretty young and to do my work here. And I'm like, I had no idea what he was saying. Years later, I understood. And I got in a fight with him because I was presenting in college and my accent was so lovely. And half of the class, half like 90%, wasn't getting what I was saying. And my professor, sweetheart, he said, like, oh, can you let Maria help you, Rose? Oh my God, I just want to disappear and die. So, because in Brazil, as a teacher, very respected, very smart by the family. Oh my God, she's book smart. And I'm talking in this college here, and so, and I said, if I was supposed to work in America, at least I should be born here. I would have like bypassed the embarrassment of not being able to be clear in my message. And Saint Germain had, you had to be born there in Brazil, even the country, the shape is a heart, to learn the heart, to bring it here. I'm still like, I don't get it. One day I had a client and I like, oh, because what make you move forward and do something different? If you get out of high school, you have a beautiful family, your parents, everything provided for you. That's American style, a good school. Then you go to a college, you get in a good career, everything's flowing. I'm making money. I have a ton of money, stock market. I have a beautiful house, a beautiful wife, a beautiful car. I have my kids going to college. Life is good. Why? Why? I'm going to change that. Oh, that nonsense, that is not good, that the world is coming to the end. You guys are crazy. Because I have so much food at home. Everybody's healthy. So it's hard for you to think, hey, this reality of yours is not real. Tell me about it, honey. I'm a heart surgeon. You're going to tell me I'm a nurse that all we are doing is wrong? You're crazy. So we need to understand where the little ones come from. But when someone gets a little out of track, then you start searching. When something inside to start bubbling, you're feeling sad, whatever I'm doing, I'm not happy and think. Then when you start thinking out of the box, my wife cheated on me, my husband and want a divorce and something. And then you start, my reality is crumbling. So when that reality is crumbling, that you start seeking outside. It makes sense?
Oh yeah, because I've lived with most of my reality crumbling. So.
Exactly. So when we think
Yeah.
our reality was bad, today they said, thank God things didn't follow that society.
Yeah,
Mind.
in fact, there's so many paths I've taken thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then from that we'll have some kind of success from something. But now I'm looking at everything that I've done, and it makes sense as to why I'm doing this show with my friend, talking to people like you, because if I didn't go through all that, I wouldn't have been open-minded enough or went through enough to have these conversations to really dig deep. I because everything would have been like you're talking about. It would have just flowed easily, and a
Yeah,
lot of things
if
just
you're in
happen.
the matrix and everything it is perfect in there, why are we gonna change?
Right. Good
I'm not
point.
stupid. I have a lot of money in my bank. Money flows every week in my account. Why? And the worst trip we do, the worst journey we do is the journey within. When I have distraction, everything's good out here, I don't have to go here. And when you go here, honey, run. I want to die. I don't want to. So you want to do everything. And one thing I always joke around, I never drink. I never use drugs. I never saw drugs in my life. And I'm like, life is so hard and I take everything dry. So not even some to numb the pain. So that's what we're going now. And we are grateful. When you understand the end, have you guys seen a video? It's not a video or a cartoon, something. It's a lot of people carrying it's a cartoon, carrying a heavy cross. And then the cross is so heavy, he stops, cut a half of the cross, and he start walking so happy because it's light. And when he get in this big cliff, it's very high cliff, he needs the cross to put it exactly like the distance here to cross to ascension. When he gets here, the cross it's not long enough.
Oh.
Everyone cross it, and he stayed behind. So when we don't want to go through our pain, it for some reason is worth it, because tomorrow we will understand why.
Very good point.
Yeah, so we need to keep going. It's no matter what.
Yeah.
If you don't do it today, you got to go back there, God knows where, get another heavy cross and do all over again.
Yeah.
So you were there to the point, and we are the edge of this cliff now. We are here, and everybody's prepared. The cross is long enough. We just waiting the time to put it and cross it. Like no matter how hard, how bad, how you think it's the end. A lot of people is still like, I'm never gonna find my love, and I'm gonna find it. It's right here, honey. Right here. And it's just crossing. And that joy is right here.
You're really good at putting things in perspective.
Definitely.
My friend teach me that since I was 17 months old.
Wow.
If I tell my journey, you're like, how did you make it? I moved here, I was 23, all by myself. For you to understand where I moved to, it is today. Someone that you really know, your big family, no one moved out of state. Imagine out of the country, and someone come to you and say, I'm moving to the moon. What? which language they talk in there? What are you gonna do there? And like even my grandmother, she had no idea. So the moon, it is like in Vermont, like I live in Massachusetts, Vermont next door. No, grandma, it is far. You gotta take an airplane. You never took an airplane before. It's danger. So there was no internet. What are you talking about cell phones? I came here, I didn't know a soul. I went hungry. The lady that's supposed to pick me up at the airport, she didn't show up, somebody else show up. They stole my money where I went. And I always like, I'm gonna meet someone, I'm gonna do. I grew up with maids at home, and the first job I got was to be a house clean. And I'm like the ego hits her first. And I'm like, I don't have any other choice. If I call my daddy and tell him, of course I gotta go back. So I cannot tell him. And I'm like, and when I started cleaning house was the greatest experience. The way clean house here, way different from Brazil. The way that the owner of the house treated us was with so much respect and love. I saw all my aunts, including my mom, the way they treated maids in there. It was like terrible. I always thought myself, I will never gonna have a maid. And today, like, oh, I wish I had a maid. God, did you hear that back then? So, and well, your word becomes, you materialize that. So, and everything I went through, I put myself to college here with 2 kids as a single mom.
Wow.
I had a business one time, I had a 58 employees, and our friend Bill Clinton signed the, what do you call the free trade, is the NAPA? No, it was NAFTA law. So, and I lost my business.
Oh.
So then I went back teaching in public school here, and then that didn't work. I lost that. I became a mental health counselor. That didn't go. I went to a big corporation. It's a Dell today, but it used to be EMC Corporation. It's a contract specialist to Latin America. I lose that job, and then the divine. When you're gonna get it, you're supposed to be doing. And I always fighting not to be a healer, a medium, a channeler. And okay, I'm gonna listen. So, and that's when, and then my fight was, I cannot do this in charge. And then was another battle within. And it's it's not easy. But you keep going and smiling. Everybody that is around me, Rose, I love your life. You always is smiling. So life is perfect. I did addition in a house here in 2017. The contractor charged 240,000. I had the money saved. My husband was in a war for 7 years, so we had that money. He came home, so whoa, we're gonna do it. He stole 182,000 and didn't do one thing.
The contractor did?
The contractor, he dig a hole in the back of the house. I was 3 years without insulation in the house.
Oh.
So, and then you keep going. And now the house, it is look way better than if the guy had it finished. I did the drawings. I need the plans for the house.
Nice.
Had it finished the way it was the original, I did some changes. Would it be good the way it is? And I'm like, thank God. That's a reason. So we keep moving and smiling. We are in a journey of experience things. I gotta fight a lot with my guides. One time, my guide said, honey, this is just illusion, illusion. Sit over here and feel what I'm feeling to see if that's an illusion. So, and then with the time, you understand it's just an experience. Experience that. And what do you get out of that? What do you co-create? And I said, I cannot get a new contractor. If I put a pity party, nobody's gonna show up because a lot of people is trying to make their own pity party. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do with the last money I had, I put the walls up, and I finish outside, and God bless inside. I have a lake on the back of the house here. I joke around. To do the dish, I had to go to the lake all the time. I had a sink in a basement, a small sink this size. I go downstairs, fill it up, bottle water, bring it upstairs to cook, do dishes, go downstairs. And I like, let me live this experience. Was preparing for the new earth when you have a big community, work, living with Mother Earth. I don't know yet, kind of like the reason, but it is like, don't panic. Like if at that point, my husband panic, literally panic. And I'm like, well, I'm here all by myself. And right at the time, and no, nothing, we had a storm and we had 3 days without electricity. I was all by myself in a house with a fireplace, putting wood in a fireplace and meditate. What else, honey? It's gonna go wrong.
Yep.
I'm ready. So it takes the journey like that. Because if you look it up, oh, but Robert has this, Mary has that, and things, you're always going to be lower. Oh, poor me. But if you look at below, at least I'm going to accomplish my dream today or tomorrow. I'm going to get there. I'm still working. I'm still helping people. I'm still healthy. Good people are coming here. I'm meeting a lot of good people. I'm doing this. See the other side, because sometimes we put a deadline and that's this way. So, I know you get it there.
Well, I think that's a really good point. I think part of the matrix, if you will, and I felt this. A lot of people that I looked up to as a kid, whether it was artists, musicians, actors, etc., that they made something, if you will, of their careers by their time they're in their 20s or 30s. Well, then you get older than that, and then you feel, I mean, not to everybody, but I'm sure people can relate to this, that you feel like, maybe either you're past your prime, or you won't get a chance to do your dreams, because it's like you don't even know who your role models are anymore. Like there was this way that you were picturing it, and it didn't happen. And so, I've been lost in that before, but I think that's part of the programming. Like, and I've heard that there's people that they don't even celebrate birthdays, because it's just acknowledging what they say, another trip around the sun, and we know that's probably not even true at all. But yeah, I think that's something. I'm seeing so many, like, let's talk about Lisa Schermerhorn for a second here. I mean, she's really coming into her own, and I'm not going to tell people her age, but she's
No,
wrote this amazing
I'm
book.
27 and she's a little older than me. She's on her 30s.
So it's cool. It's cool that things are changing, and we don't feel like this deadline to have been successful, because we're creating it all, in a new way.
And what is success?
What's that?
And what is success?
Exactly. I feel successful just being able to do a show and have conversations. Like, your view of success does change over time, and if you could pay your bills, that doesn't hurt. But
Yeah.
Well, just if you've done this over and over and over already, it really puts it into perspective. Like what would success look like if you're on your 1,000th lifetime or something?
Right,
And it's a
exactly.
very different perspective than I got to keep up with the Joneses or whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because the reality, we have been here at least 1,000 reincarnations.
yeah.
So, and in the planets, another Earth planets, the
Mhm.
same. So we have been kings or whatever, and we are here today. We have been healers, be killed in something. Now we are here just because we are ready to help, especially today, the ones is already in this path awakened. The veil of illusion doesn't hold them back anymore. The matrix won't hold us back anymore. This society control, it doesn't make a mind anymore. You don't know even where the TV in your house anymore. So we are ready to the new. So we just need to stay still and download what our highest self has for every single one of us. Persistence, love. The bottom line in things, just love and trust. Because it is like using my example. Like, for example, a contractor said, Rose, your kitchen is at least $200,000. I didn't spend not even a half of that. I was meeting people that needed my service, and I need them, and the divine was bringing together. No miracle in that. And I remember the beginning, my thought was, I want to build this house with people in their heart that want to help each other. And every single one that helped me here, today we're great friends. Come and we have dinners together and something. Like, it is insane. Like, even to say, I have an island that can seat 20 people. It's 20 feet long. So, and it is all this beautiful crystal stone in that. The lady brought that from Brazil, no extra charge. The crystal I wanted.
Wow.
So, isn't that a miracle?
Yeah.
So when you're in the
Yeah.
when you're in the bottom thinking, and one thing I always thought, I sit in this empty room and think, Lord, how that's gonna happen? I have a sub-zero refrigerator. I have a Thermador double ovens. It's all top of the line. Things that you think, if you don't have money to do this construction, that kitchen is something never gonna happen. And the universe says everything you want, it's gonna be provided to you. And the way everything came, it's an amazing story for another day. But it is trust. Like, I'm not gonna have it today, but in God's time, and it came a way more than I expected. It is like a stove that is $16,000, and you get someone to give that for you just because.
Wow.
We gotta
And you,
see this.
Yeah.
and you just cry. You just cry, and it is like, what? When the person, it is like, this cabinet's here $6,000, but I'm gonna give you to wait. That's just my cost.
Wow.
You don't ask anything, and you just say, that's divine order. That's 60,000 is the matrix price.
Right.
When you're in this line order. So that's what we need to wake up.
Yeah,
Like,
we're pretty good at not paying the matrix prices either.
you gotta be smart. You gotta be. So when you see, like I said, and I always thought, I'm gonna use my old cabinets in the kitchen. I don't care. This lady, it is all top of the line, all solid wood and everything. When you see that, even Lisa, when we finished, she came to the house and we sat on the couch and we just kept like silent, looking like how everything came. And it is what it is, the new earth. When we talk about 5D, it's not a place that you're gonna go. It's not it's right here.
Mhm.
So that journey through COVID and everything was a beautiful journey. Well, was frightening, cold. I made a Thanksgiving here inside the house, was 24 or was 18, I think. I invited my whole family and friends, and I said, do you have a ski suit? Put it on and come over. So, and it is like, and I have a brother that lives 20 minutes away in $1 million house, brand new. He came over to dinner. So that's how you see how things goes. You do what you can. You be yourself. And don't judge. How could you not do this? You don't judge, you don't ask. You are who you are and you do what you need to do. Like, oh, so and so could invite me to their house. Why not? Someone and get it cranky here. I love people. Someone asked me one day, how do you describe God? People. There is nothing more beautiful than a person, and when you can give something to the person and you make someone happy. When you get a hug, oh my God, it doesn't matter. It's a little child, it is a 9 years old, it's a woman, it's a guy. It is that love and energy. And I'm not gonna be Thanksgiving, just me and my husband. I'm gonna cook it. And it was beautiful. A little cold, but a lot of people around gets warm. And so we make fun of the situation. When we leave this planet here, we live the same way we came. We don't bring anything. We are not 3D. We're not matter. We are the experience. So when it's hard, it is hard because we are going against it. I want a white car and you get a black car. You're going to be the most miserable person. You're going to drive swearing more than everybody because it's not the color I wanted. How about, no, maybe it is a good color. Maybe I need to get used to. Let me be more friendly with this color. So that it is a 5D mentality. Or sometimes you think someone gave me this black car because they hate me. My mom hates me. That's why she gave me, I want a white. Maybe when she went to buy, that was the car that her money was enough. She could not choose color. So that's all we need in a lot. I'll give you 3,000 less and things. Can you look to the other side? But sometimes the matrix is me. And the new generation now, that one thing we need to worry about it. We need to raise them with a very good boundaries, because there's a lot of light beings that is coming to earth now, and they need boundaries. A lot of them doesn't know how to shift in this 3D, and they experience everything. They are at 10,000 miles an hour. Sit down, you do this and that until they are about 12, 14, and then you can set them free. Then they know how to behave in here. Otherwise, they're gonna suffer a lot.
Yeah, on that time, it's when I grew up with five siblings, and um, when it was dinner time, I was just happy to eat, and so, but what we're seeing now, and I know that there's dietary restrictions, so don't get me wrong, but when I see families now, and each kid is having his or her own meal for dinner, and they're cooking it differently, and it's just like I don't know. I'm still so thankful. Like if I go to a friend's house and or a party or whatever, I'm usually just gonna eat whatever's there. I mean, I generally try to eat really healthy, but
Right.
you know I try to not complicate things and go with the flow. But I think that the not everybody, but the newer generation, they want things fast. They want things, a certain way. But a lot of them maybe not don't want to work for it and just expect it. I mean, we're from a time where we watched, the dial tone on the phone,
Yeah.
and then over time, the 8 track, then records, etc. Finally CDs, and now MP3s, etc. But it's amazing that these kids now, it's like, here's a cell phone, and they haven't had to go through a lot of the steps of appreciating that a cell phone now is more powerful than what NASA had. Well, that's a whole different topic. But you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, the idea that you carry around the world's biggest library in your pocket. I mean, we didn't even understand.
They always want the last model. My iPhone, the last one I think is 14. Oh, I'm miserable. I'm depressed because my daddy, can you believe it? He just came out and my daddy didn't give it. I'm thinking the way I grow up like you. If I don't think I would ever had it like in Brazil today. Not a lot of they have a simple ones, phones, but not the iPhone. So they have a Samsung and things that's cheaper, and you see a lot of here, and kids are miserable. One thing that it is a crime. Phones and iPads is not a babysitter, it's not a love. And kids are losing the physical contacts. That's the new earth that we need to be prepared to it. Because this new generation, they are lost. Not everybody, but it is a bigger portion of it. And especially what the society is doing today with their sexuality, it's terrible. And a lot of parents is going with the flow too. So imagine when everything passes, like all the government, all the money, everything set in, it's not big as the minds and the souls that is going to be lost. That's what we really need, like the true the tours, all the ones that it is doing, the light workers that need to be prepared. Those one, they have no skill, because they school what they're learning. And what they are playing on their iPhones, it's not something that will give them something. So a career or some path to go. So they are gonna be lost. They don't know. Like, for example, the food. They're gonna go somewhere, someone cooks something. I don't eat that. It's very like blump. I don't eat that. I want this. And it is not reality. We need to learn how to be humble, how to be grateful, how to respect. And parents today is kind of afraid. And one thing too, they're so focused in their career that it's easier for me to give you potato chips for dinner than fight with you, make you to eat some rice and beans. So they are just like, and then the new generation doesn't want to have kids. That's another problem that we're going to get into the next two. So we need to see a little bit ahead what is going to be preparing for the new earth.
Yeah, it's hard to have kids when it's being promoted at high schools that being straight isn't cool.
Right.
I mean, you just the agenda is so obvious. If people would, open their eyes.
There's always backlash. I think,
It's going to shift.
rebelling
That's
against
going
those
to
things.
pass
Like
quicker.
we rebelled against whatever the
Right.
thing was when we were growing up. But I know we're coming up close to the end, and I have a couple of questions for you, Rose.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I agree with you. I think we're heading for just glorious times, just amazing ahead, and I think we got a little bit of a bumpy road getting there.
Right.
But
And then we need to put everything in place. That's going to be a joy and a hard work.
Yeah.
yeah, but there's a lot of talk of the pains of the earth. Potential earthquakes, natural disasters, different things. Um, I'm told that the earth has already ascended. But what do people have to, or what do you anticipate we'll experience along the road here? A short road, mind you, but
Right. That apocalypse time, all that was in the Bible. So that is going to be a big earthquake. So the ocean's water will elevate, and I think that is not supposed to happen anymore. This was like the divine, like, for example, if you go south, if you go take this road, it's going to take you 3 hours. If you take this, it's going to take 4 hours, and this. So we are awakening in time, not go lost and go in the short for an hour. It doesn't need to go through that pain. Yes, earth needs to, because we are energy, there is a lot of dense energies in a lot, almost everywhere on earth, that it needs to be shifted. But that it can be shifted another way, not through a chaos. Because we humans, we don't do well with chaos. Because even us that think that we are, oh, know everything and we know what's coming and then things. If comes a big chaos, we are gonna fall apart because we are heart, we are emotions. And to put us back again in line, we can miss the bus. And we cannot miss the bus at this time. So and COVID was a blessing because people are all awakening and talking about like a big part of it compared before that it almost nothing was going on. So, and that is helping that shift to go smooth. Like that it will be cities that is going to go underwater and all that chaos. Things will shift, but not in that losing so many. It's going to be easier way. A lot of people will gonna go and things, yeah, not, and even like, for example, if an airplane fall, 300 some people die. It's part of that. They all in that soul mission level, it is part of it. It's not, oh, we're not supposed to be there or something. So that what I've been seeing when I travel, that is not supposed to happen the way it was supposed to happen. Was just like, if you take this road, it's going to be bumpy. You can go this. So we woke up in time. So we are deferring to this other side.
Very
And
nice.
it's more we think for the good is coming.
That's
Makes
fantastic.
sense?
Yeah, and coming up pretty quick, I understand.
It is coming. We're coming because we are frequency, we are energy. So our father that creates our energy is the sun. So when we call like a solar flare on Earth, it is like a lot of, it's downloading books and books on Earth. It is like opening the conscience. So, and it's coming more. Like we have a good ones comes in a year, so that will shift quick. You will see a lot of people that you think wasn't awake, and it is asking question. It is like, oh my God, it is very into the reality that we are in, because we're not gonna say, oh, I'm the truth, or that I know everything, but we know that's the path. That's the true path. It is what we are now. And we are all doing our best. And the best way, love the ones they sleep, have compassion, and like, Lord, like their higher self at the time they awaken. And they are all awakening because they are good hearts. They're not doing, they are not harming. So they all gonna wake up in the right time, because their reality is gonna crumble and they're not ready. So everything it is like in time. Maybe because our reality is always crumbling. Okay, let me wake this little one up so he's ready. So you won't
Yeah.
lose hope.
Yeah.
So, but why this like, oh, life is beautiful. So let them go. When the time comes, then we are stronger. Hey, honey, what are you going through? I've been there many times. Don't despair. You're gonna make it. So that's where we're going now. And it just take it with a joy. And every single, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the command Ashatar, they're just loving beings. Like I have an Arcturian, I love her. When she comes, the energy is pure love and joy. That's who we are. And we are expanding even more this conscience for us to be who we are.
Mm.
So, and that's what we are dying to get there. If we are dying to get there, and we cannot love the little ones that it is troublemakers. Imagine our brothers and sisters with us there. One time, the divine, I was having a hard time with the client, and the divine, honey, what do you think we're doing here? We do everything for every single one, even the one I don't believe in God, I don't believe in anything. And even the ones is praying, we put it everything there, and they use the free will. No, I'm good. I'm not doing that. And what are we going to do? We can do anything. They cannot interfere in our free will. That's why it is good to ask. That's why when we say prayer, talk with them. Please help me. I need help. I don't know what to do. All my my resource is gone. So send me something. And they are right here because they are all within ourselves. God is not there. 5 dimensions not there. Everything's in this beautiful portal here.
We are portals.
We are.
I love it.
We are one.
I love
And
it.
we put a limitation on us because we don't know. They put, oh, you're never gonna go there. He was gonna do this and that. And you believe it. Like this little girl that was born in a farm, like fighting on her own. 17 months old, I was dying with the croup. Back in the days, was a contagious disease that you die from. I'm in this isolated room, baby in this crib, crying and with my hand calling my daddy that I could see in a little window. Mother Mary materialized here and told me, go within yourself and fix what is wrong. If you want to be with him, then you can be with him. I remember going with myself. There was a lot of nuts, a ball over here. And I remember that thing tight and releasing. And that dark oil went through. And I think that was the first healing because I'm here. And they were talking about they need to get a coffin because she's not going to make it.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
So, and that's like connect, trust the source, trust your connection because that is here. It's not out there. And that's the beauty. Like if you go, like if you try to be in silence for a day, or if you try to go in the woods by yourself, we're going to panic. We're city people, but trust the divine. Be with me, trust in nature. They all talk with you. Guide me, I'm hungry. Or you can go with yourself and align to not feel hungry, or they will guide you for what you can eat. But we learn the answers come from outside. The reality is all the answer we seek in life lies within. From within, we find peace, we find everything. Because reality, we are not chasing nothing but ourselves.
Gosh, that is the truth.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
want to conquer something? Conquer you.
Right.
Because we are all. I am in you, you are in me. I am in you, you are in me. We are separate, but we are one. And when you are in this divine conscience, this Christ conscious, you are in pain. I'm in pain. It's that word. How you doing? How you care? Oh, you're doing good. You feel good. How good it is that? It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
And we created, no, for me to be happy, I need to have $1 million in the bank. I need to have these. I need to do this. I need to be the best one in these. That's the play of the matrix. If you're not skinny, if you're not that tall, you're not a Barbie, you're not a pretty woman. And then you come like Rose this tall and thinks that, oh God, God bless me. So you need to love yourself. Be in touch with you because we are unique and we're beautiful. If you go in the woods, close your eyes and then expand your energy. Let the fairies, because Mother Earth is in 5D, so the fairies start finding like safe to come out. And when you lower your frequency, that turmoil, and you go in that, feel them around you. And you can feel them always like they lay down on your hands and connect. A lot of people think, oh, you're going crazy. Oh, I love being crazy. Being that craziness. Being that craziness. We are all one. And how much they have to teach us. How much they have to tell us. That we sometimes we live in this earth 50, 80 years here and we don't know anything. We think we know. I'm a doctor, don't forget that. A doctor in what? If you're a knee doctor, I have a heart problem, you cannot help me. So what kind of doctor is that? My eyes is something, I have no idea. I am a knee doctor. So, and sometimes that, oh, look at me, I'm a doctor. Oh, hi, I'm a doctor so and so. And so what? Good for you. Sorry. But society created, it is good to put a doctor there. It's more respect. What kind of respect? Because when you see someone that is a Wall Street person that makes all the money, flies his jet to see little Rose, and is so broken and poor emotionally, what is the point if you conquer all that and you're all alone? Alone. I have family, I have a wife, I have kids, I have grandkids, but I'm alone. So nothing makes me happy. I can go to my house here, I can go fly to my house here, but the person is so in misery. Imagine this soul lives today with the empty baggage because everything that has cannot come with. That's what we need to see. It's good to conquer all this 3D society. Oh, I read this book. I read this book. I went to this college, but I'm here. And then when you go into the woods, even naked, and you feel free and that joy, there is no price. So that's what we need to balance. What is reality?
Beautifully
and it's
said.
transformative when you connect with nature that way. Clothing optional, I guess, but
Yeah.
It's-
If Scott
really-
does run in the woods naked, I'm glad I'm not there to see it.
well, now I'm just thinking of Barry. 'Cause, you know, she spends a lot of time in the woods. It's wonderful.
Hey, can I tell a secret? This weekend, last Sunday, I was with 21 girls. We went to this woman retreat. We honoring the fire. We made a fire. We sang. The next day in New York, supposed to rain, and it's supposed to be cloudy all day. So we started like the meditation. We started with the yoga and things, and that divine just hold the energy. You guys need the sun. And what's the greatest lesson? Because you are that in nature. The house was in the woods, beautiful on the top of the mountain. You could see the city down. And I said, you're in nature, but you need the masculine energy. The sunshine, I burned. I'm so red. I have makeup on. I burned. So, and in that, and the girls, I'm taking my shirt off. It's too hot. So that's freedom. And a lot of them, it is so shy and confined and secure about the body that could take just the top off. You take your mask off. Sometimes when you look at it, when you do this, it is not that you're showing your body, you're freeing your body. And it was just girls in the top of the mountain. And the ones that had the courage to tell the experience later. And it is like I could see, I could feel my third eye was this and all this experience. A simple thing that you were afraid if I go naked, I show my boobs, everybody's going to judge me. Like, especially other girls. Whoa, that's too small, too big, too ugly, too this. No one saw anything, but every single one with their own beauty and experience. How magical is that? How simple is that? How respectful is that? How loving is that?
Absolutely.
Isn't that powerful? How simple? And Jesus one time said, you want to go to point A to point B. What do? We go all the way around to get here. That's the matrix. If you do this, you show this, especially the one's going to judge you. You're ugly, you're this and that. So you go around to find yourself. Just cross it. So, and that experience, I never had it, and I love it. And I was there holding the image of the sun was all day. Even the forecast, it was like, what happened? Because that is not planned at all.
What
So
happened
believe
was a
it's
group of
not about
21 powerful women is what happened.
Yeah.
that's when you connect. That's 5D. That's when what is 5D these days? When you connect with who you are, when you open your portal that you can manifest. That's what we need to understand. Who am I? Not what is that all distraction.
Right.
Who am I? I'm this beautiful fairy being, whatever you want to call, this powerful being of light. I am the Christ consciousness. I'm God's conscience. I'm a co-created with God, awakening to these big possibilities that is all this huge portal open, this 5D. It's right here. I'm just jumping into it and I'm co-creating. So when you get yourself in that freedom, your body responds, your cells respond, all the aches and pains go away. And it's just joy. And everybody, oh my God, you look at your face, it's sparkling. It's glowing because you're getting your essence, your divine essence. And right now, what do we need to know? It is just a simple thing. Who am I? What is 5D? What I'm doing here? Oh, that's it. And then everything happened. And it was so magical at the end. Sunday, when we were leaving, nobody wants to leave. You guys didn't confirm the thing. I stayed out until late. It just hugging and sharing and just pure love. Like we were in a group that just like all grandmothers, all children's, whatever we want to name, all teenagers. There was no age. And everybody like mothering each other and loving and talk with so much love and respect. And people saying like how many blockages they release, how many fear and blah, 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 you name it. How I end up here? This not supposed, and I end up here. It is just like a beautiful gathering. And that's the new earth. Stupid things like this. There was no alcohol at
Right.
all. There was no drugs. It's just the divine connection.
Well,
So,
Rose, I got to say, I think there's going to be people that want to know more about where they can find you and your teachings, etc. So maybe you could leave the viewers with that information, and then we'll say farewell after that. But please, yeah, let the viewers know where they can find you and your info.
wonderful. I'm going to do another retreat in September. You guys are invited. Guys are allowed.
Okay.
It's going to be in Cape Cod, first week of September. My website is Rishika, like my name down here, rishikarose.com. And you can find more information about me there, and we can have not. I always say we can do nothing together.
Yeah. I had a wonderful experience with Rose not too long ago, and I mean, do yourself the favor. She's absolutely wonderful. A real gift.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully you'll come
My
back.
pleasure, my pleasure.
Hope we can talk again.
Yeah, blessings to you all.
All right.
Love.
Stick
Bless
around.
you.
Stick around. Stick around. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching, everybody. Take care.